Okay, guys, how are we doing? We've just won 2-1 against Leeds. I'm buzzed up. It erupted in the studio here. I think it erupted in the stadium as well. We're going to go straight into the post-match fan show now. I want to feel some energy. I want to feel some love. I want to feel that Conte energy from you guys as well coming on, because that's what I think really... God, when was the last time we had a manager like that, really geeing up the crowd like that? I think that was it was contagious. It was infectious. I really, really loved that. We've got some guests in the back room already. I can already see Adam William Cahill. He's first up. Mr. Enthusiasm there. Hopefully we can bring him on. Can we bring him on, Vinny?
What's the story, John? You well?
Here we go. Adam, how we doing, mate?
I am fantastic. Did you see that Conte effect in the second half of the game, man? Unbelievable.
Do you know what? Okay, explain the Conte effect, because we were watching it on telly here and we were just like, when was the last time you saw a manager like do this to the fan? It was like Stefan Freund-like, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the only way that you can really describe something is by comparing it to something else. If you look at, there's no way that if Nuno was still there, that he would have come out and that there would have been any sort of difference on the pitch and that he would have been a statue at the side. You know what I mean? So Conte being there was the difference. So when you think about like this match in and of itself was exciting because it was intense. It had you at the edge of your seat, and then we came away with the W at the end. But the other thing you got to think about is that he did this with a team that is still, it still needs work in terms of their essential transfer is going to need to happen, but he hasn't had the chance to do that yet. He's come in a third of the way through the season, and he's taken a team that would have bottled it under any other manager we've had in the last while, and he's completely whatever it was. I would love to have been a fly on the wall in the dressing room at half-time, man, because whatever he said, it was just absolutely what needed to be said.
What a turnaround that second half. I mean, what do you think that was? I mean, because it looked to me as though it got a little bit feisty in that second half. There was a few bookings, and it was almost as if like it kind of went a little bit like the Battle of the Bridge style at one point, and then it kind of like it got a rocket up the arse of everyone, But what do you think the change was? Because it looked as though every player wanted it. They went from the first half of not really wanting it, being statues, like very static. Everyone looked very limp, and then suddenly second half, it was almost like going back to sort of like the old White Hart Lane performances, wasn't it, when we smother teams?
Yeah, I think that it's very difficult. I remember, I don't know who said it. Someone said recently that it's very difficult to change habits, and the players have been in a very bad habit over the last while of sitting back and being very negative and pessimistic. And so, no matter what they've been doing in training during the week, there's a possibility that once they get out onto the pitch, they revert to type. And so they went out and they kind of, I was immediately within the first 15 minutes, it's like, wow, these guys are just dragging their heels. Then halftime happens. I mean, whatever it was, they were magic words. But at the end of the day, it had to have been all about energy. It had to have been about guys, we are capable of going out and doing better than this. And I mean, I'm sure I'm being polite compared to what Conte must have been saying. Do you know what I mean? I must be, because there's no way they went out and played and changed the whole energy of the game. And I think the energy is the thing. They went out and they actually played like they wanted to win. And that's not what we saw in the first half at all. So I mean, it's a combination, I think, of having. I mean, I'm going to keep saying this, even though it sounds like such boasting, but I said that we needed to switch to a 5 at the back, and it's working because in the first half, yes, we were pinned back quite a lot. Emerson and Reggie weren't able to bomb up front the way that they should have done, but mostly it was just being really, really pessimistic in the play. In the second half, it was like, guys, get forward. The only person who was trying to get forward in the first half was Moura. He's the only one. Whenever he gets the ball, he wants to go forward. I hate, and it's so frustrating when you see players just passing the ball from side to side. The other thing, by the way, I think is they made up for Winks' lack, because to me, anytime he's playing, and today is included, I feel like we're playing with 10 men. It feels like we're missing someone, and that center midfield was vacuous. What I was thinking that Conte might do in the second half was bring on, because at the minute he's playing. Okay, you could probably look at it as it's either a 5 at the back, but I mean the way that it kind of the sheet, the sides, there's something I can hear something in the background here. It's kind of distracting me. I'm just muting all these things. So on and if you're looking at the lineup, it was basically a 3-4-3, right? I think that in the center of midfield, Winks kind of just disappearing. and then the fact that we have like a Højbjerg needs Skip. He really, really needs Skip, I think. So like that central midfield was very, very vacuous. What I was hoping to see was maybe someone like just a 2 up the front and play 5 across the middle, just to make up that space in the midfield. Instead of having an extra man in there to make up for that lack of possession in the midfield, and constantly we were not able to retain the ball in the first half. The difference seemed to be just the energy. He played with the exact same. Oh, the substitutions were so strange as well. But like you can't fault him. You can't fault Conte because
why were they strange though, Adam? Because they were like for like, weren't they?
They were like for like. I think that was the strange thing for me because, like I said, what I wanted to see was switch to having more people playing in the center of the park. But
But what you said at the beginning there was very relevant, where you said it's just the upping of the desire that made the difference. Because I think a lot of people I think they look too much at formation and they don't look enough at just pure desire and heart. And that second half was so adrenalized. For me, that's what won the game. That's what did it, wasn't it? It wasn't like a shift in formation. It wasn't like any new super subs or anything like that. It was just the team just wanted it that little bit more, didn't they?
Look, you cannot get goals scored if the ball is not heading that way up the pitch. And at the end of the day, as I said, in the first half, it was literally just Moura was the only one. He's the only one who
on target, Adam.
I mean, I'm glad that we're failing in consistency on that point. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to come away from another game with like not a single shot on target. But that's fantastic. In the first half, Moura was the only one doing what needed to be done. In the second half, it seemed like they've been told we need to get the ball into the final third, or else there's no coming back from this. Yeah. And that's what they ended up doing. I was surprised not to see Ndombele come on. The substitutions were very, very strange. Like for like is grand for kind of resting leggy players, but I didn't think that Reguilon looked like he was getting tired. I don't like Tanganga, definitely not. So they were strange. Maybe it's a strange game to want to kind of test players out when you're still trying to fight for the win. But again, you can't argue with the guy's methods. At the end of the day, we came away with the win. That's the most important thing.
Go on.
Yeah, I wanted to quiz Adam on a couple of things there. So first of all, do you actually think that Winks was more anonymous than Højbjerg in that game?
I think,
or are you hanging on to Højbjerg because he's been so much better for us than Winks has in the past, in the past 18 months?
I think Højbjerg was aside from the fact that he scored the first goal, he was a little bit underwhelming because he kind of had to take over Skip's role a little bit. Because for me, it's like when you're like Skip is the regista if you're playing with a CDM. I would like to see two attacking midfielders, Højbjerg doing box to box, and hopefully someone like Lo Celso Ndombele doing box to box. I think Højbjerg would have been fine if he had somebody who was more effective at playing defensively next to him. But he's kind of, again, you're playing with certain habits, and then things get changed around. You can't rely on a Winks to do what Skip does. They're leagues apart. They're completely leagues apart. Mm-hmm. And so I think Højbjerg, I mean, I do feel like to a certain extent, and I hate saying this, but I feel like among a lot of Spurs fans, Højbjerg is a little overrated. We can't expect too much of him. There's a certain level to which I think people think he's a world-class player. I don't think he's on the same level as a Harry Kane or a Heung-min Son. And not that I'd get rid of him, but without a Skip there playing, kind of he doesn't have that cushion. I think that's
exactly. And my point behind that question is, rather than it being a Winks problem, I actually think that's more of a Højbjerg problem. That he needs Skip next to him in order to function properly. So,
I think that I'm gonna quote the Bible here to you and say that
please don't
blame
3:16.
Don't blame the eye. Don't blame the eye because it's not a foot. Do you know what I mean? It's not. You cannot expect
that carries through to my point. You're blaming Winks because he's not Skip. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But no, you need someone to play that specific role. It doesn't matter.
Højbjerg should be playing that role. He is our defensive midfielder. He's meant.
But then what does Winks do? What's the point in Winks being there then? Because he has no purpose. He's literally he that whatever at the end of the day, like I get the point you're making, but wherever Winks is, it's basically a vacuous. It's a pocket. It's a pocket to be taken advantage of because he's incapable of doing anything other than passing from side to side. We know that. Now he does seem he seems slightly more aggressive under Conte, and it's probably because he wants to kind of make his way into the team. But it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen on a permanent basis.
He looked better.
That lad is going to Charlton Athletic in January. You know what I mean? For 20 quid.
Athletic.
Accrington Stanley somewhere.
He did look better second half. He did look better second half. And that's because we were dominating the ball, more, and we were camped out in their half more. So obviously he's not exposed as much, and so that's why he was able to sort of pick a few more passes. But when the game gets stretched, when he's on the back foot, it's like playing with 10. It's like playing with 10 men, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I like when you're playing with only two central midfielders as well. It's like I feel the same way about Winks, the same way I feel about Dyer. Dyer has improved in playing in a 3. I still think we need to bring in someone better than him. But Dyer today was. I can't fault Dyer today at all. And I hate saying that.
I think he was the unsung hero today.
Yeah.
And
I hate saying it. Same. I hate saying it because I really do want to see him gone. Yeah. But I think Winks as well is an inferior player. So if we were playing with 3 central midfielders, maybe it would make up for the fact that he hasn't got as much ground to cover. But playing in a 2 with Højbjerg, no, he hasn't got it in him. He hasn't got it in him to do what needs to be done there.
I'll just be honest here.
Yeah.
Skip, Højbjerg, and Lo Celso. That would be my midfield if we're gonna go 3-5-2.
Yeah, I can see that working out much better.
I wouldn't even have Højbjerg in there at the moment. I think Højbjerg, on his current form, this season's form, not last season's form, this season's form, I want him to stay at the club as a squad player, and I want someone better than him in front of him. Whether that's Kessie, whether that's whatever, I don't know. But like Højbjerg, I'm not saying it's terrible, get him out. Like I was about Winks or Dele. Like I'm not saying get him out, whatever, but I want him to be the replacement for someone that's better than him. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Kessie is definitely the ideal one. He's the one that's been consistently been touted as being the most likely to end up coming, and changing things up massively. I mean, if you imagine him and Vlahovic and someone like De Vrij coming in, the team would be just completely revolutionized.
And that's possible, Adam. It's possible.
Yeah. It is. With Conte, anything's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
My dad asked me earlier on. He was like, "Would you take after we were watching the Man City game?" And he was like, "Would you take? I'm after forgetting his name now. English striker." Plays for Man City.
What is your man striker that plays for Man City? Striker?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean there's not an English striker that plays? Do you mean Foden?
No. Oh man.
A striker.
Why am I forgetting his name? Yeah. He was asking me would I want him to come to the team anyway. Begins with S, the surname. That's driving me mental now. But yeah, or he's a winger / striker. But and the other one that he was asking me about was Man United player Lingard. So like, would you be happy with either of these players coming to the team? Sterling, that's the one. Oh,
you want Sterling?
Sterling, yeah.
He's a winger.
So, Sterling would kill it.
Yeah, I would love to see Sterling in this team.
To be honest, lads, like I was at, like Sterling, Lingard, would you want them to come to the team? For me, I would have said 100% yes 2 months ago, but because again Conte effect, the players that we could potentially get now compared to those are actually significantly superior, in quality.
Sterling, honestly, under Conte would be perfect.
The link up between him and Son would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Well, him and Kane.
Yeah,
him and Kane. You see.
Yeah, true.
England.
Yeah.
Look at them for England.
Yeah.
Like I think Sterling is a perfect Conte player because he will follow instruction. He has all the tools, and he will just arrive to finish. Do you know what I mean? Like just as Conte wants, because Conte constructs the whole move. He has 11 versus 0. Do you know what I mean? In his training sessions. So, but yeah.
Do you think that the way we played in the second half kind of proves though that maybe we would actually be better? Like where we were struggling was in the midfield, especially like retention in the first half of the game was absolutely awful. So do you think that maybe like instead of having someone like if we had instead of having a 3 up the front with the likes of Son, Kane, and then maybe a Sterling. If we just had Son and Kane up front and we had that extra man in the midfield, had that extra person in as a cam.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I was surprised that he didn't play 3-5-2 today, to be honest. I thought it would be Winks and Ndombele, or Winks and Lo Celso, or whatever. So, yeah, I totally agree. I think even against Everton, the times that we struggled, you know, when we were on the back foot in that game, it was more we didn't have enough people in midfield, I felt. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think that it would have made up for Winks again. I think that's the downfall today was the fact that we had him playing in there. I don't understand why he wasn't subbed. I really don't understand why he wasn't subbed, because that is where we were. The retention in the center of the pitch was where we were struggling the most, and that's why I do think the substitutions were strange. But again, you cannot argue with the legend.
With the result. Just finally, I'm going to say best player and unsung hero. I want to hear.
Unsung hero.
You've already got him.
You've already said him. You've already said him.
I didn't.
We were just talking about
Dyer. You said it earlier.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, he's gone. He gone. He long gone. He long gone. Oh, unfortunately, doesn't get to get it in. But he did say it early. He said Dyer was a bit of an unsung hero, so we'll take that. And I think he said Mora was his man of the match, I believe. All right. So next in THFC. Oh, we got Will. Yes. Look at that beautiful
THFC
studio.
rants.
Look.
and it's
Going on,
Christmas.
yeah, let's go, come on, yeah.
What is that?
What the hell is he? How is he doing
face
this?
paint, Will? I don't know.
Because I'm special like that, so I can, boom, make it go away. Just like
Look
that.
at the CGI we got going on here. The
He's
Hollywood
basically
effect.
like Neo in the THFC Matrix. You know how he can just make it happen.
Take it away, Will.
Yeah, so I thought that the first half was horrible.
Yeah.
I was chucking my phone across the room, picking it up to text, and then deciding not to, sparing myself the drama. But it's a good thing that we have Antonio Conte, because he was my man of the match today.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
The manager, man of the match. I never thought a manager would make such an impact, but he has.
Second
So I'm
half,
glad.
you'd say, not first half. Second half, whatever he said at half time was
Yeah.
the trick, didn't it?
Well, I mean, in his post-match interview, he said that he was like a pitch-side post-match interview. He said that he wasn't sure that the players had the fitness level in order to play at that intensity for the full 90 minutes.
Ooh.
And so he had them not press as hard in the first half.
Right.
That's what he said.
Wow.
Okay.
You've never really
Thank you, Will.
You never really hear that, do you?
Really fucking helps, because when I was like, when we were shouting at the TV, like, why are you not pressing?
Leeds were quicker to everything, weren't they?
Yeah, but that makes sense. Okay, that makes perfect sense now. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't know if that was like ad hoc reasoning that he had after the fact, but that's what he said in his pitch side post-match interview. But some of the players I thought that played really well. I thought Dyer was excellent today. I don't know if it was just who he was surrounded by, but I thought he looked good. Reguilon, I thought played really well on that left-hand side. Besides his goal, Emerson seemed to be having problems on that right-hand side. I don't know if they were just targeting that right-hand side more, or our right-hand side more. But yeah, other than that, the front three, I thought Lucas showed a lot of energy like he always does, but the final product is still
lacking.
It's like, man,
He put in the best balls today. He would
put in the best ball today.
He would have had 3 assists today if Kane finishes his chance. If Son finishes his chance, he would have had a hat trick of assists today.
Well, I mean, and that goes into what I'm saying. The front three, all 3 of them, I thought were a bit not on the end product there. Son was making really good runs. Harry Kane's off the ball and dropping in deep work was good, but in the box, there's still just not something not clicking. I mean, to the point now where I think Højbjerg is our second highest scorer. this season.
Oh my!
Really? He scored
Yeah, I think
two,
he's
isn't
got
he?
Oh
two
wow!
goals.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
So who's first? Son.
Sonny's first,
Son.
isn't he?
And
Then
Højbjerg, and then Kane, Reguilon, and
Højbjerg's got
somebody
more
else, I
goals
think.
than Kane this season, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus,
Wowzers!
that's insane.
Wowzer Rooney!
You're just
Wowzers!
spilling out the knowledge.
Will, so tell me
But-
what's... Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, on that note then, who's the best player and unsung hero today?
Best player. I'm really waiting for us to actually play a full 90 minutes. What player did I think played the full 90? I'd probably have to say Dyer. I mean, I don't like
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
good old
Yeah,
Ben Booth
probably,
there,
yeah.
but
Well, he's our unsung hero, isn't he? But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could,
yeah.
you could say for the whole
unsung
stretch.
hero, best player on the night.
What did you think of Winks, Will?
Was he playing? No, I'm kidding.
Really?
Um,
Do you think it was that bad?
I thought his
The first
second half
half-
was all right,
Brilliant
actually.
Second half.
I thought his second
actually
half was
thought he
all right, but I think that was
really
mainly
good
down
second
to the fact that we
I
were
don't know
dominating the
if-
ball.
I don't know if brilliant is the word.
Yeah.
that I would use. He was
Yes.
he was good.
half. Shall I tell- no,
He
I-
wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
The first half, though, I mean, you come off the first pass, gives the ball away. I'm like, oh
yeah.
man, here we go.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
like,
what I thought. As
Straight
well.
away set the tone, didn't he? Straight away with
second
that
or third touch.
SpongeBobness
I
within
was
the
like,
first 30 seconds.
Say
Yeah.
Winks, like.
I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, in the second half, I mean, we had the ball quite a bit, so there were some. He had a few runs. I've noticed he's been going on these, 15, 20-yard runs a couple of times
Yeah.
recently, which is good to see.
Yeah.
And he was playing. I noticed that while he still played sideways and backwards some, which you're supposed to do if that's what's on. I did see him playing balls into the middle, into Lucas, far more often than I've ever seen him do before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I calling for like a Winks revival? No. No. My name's Will Stewart, not Billy Graham. And
I
you
don't know
know,
who that is. Who's that?
Don't
Don't know, but I'm going to laugh
revival
anyway.
Minister preacher back in the day. It's just a
Okay.
kind of revival joke. But
Right.
and
Went over our
But-
British heads.
but Højbjerg, I didn't think he was that bad today.
Oh, he was.
I
awful.
thought he was poor first half, and I thought
think he
Reguilon was poor
I
first
think
A little
half.
if
more
it
poor
wasn't
than
for that
anyone
goal-
else.
No. He was, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think he was probably the poorest player on the pitch.
I thought
And I love Højbjerg. Just get this right. Like I'm not a Højbjerg hater or anything.
you are.
like that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I think you are. I
No,
think
he-
you
he
might
had-
be because like
no,
your
his-
comment.
his
Your comment
poor
about Skip being better.
No, his
Yeah.
some of his passes.
First half he was
Some
not
of his
quite at it.
passes were
Yeah.
like Sissoko level passes. Honestly, they were awful.
Yeah.
Like you might think I'm exaggerating now, but like honestly,
I thought he was poor first half, but I thought he had a good second half.
a good second half.
Second
Even
half was decent.
He was
Because he's
decent.
tall.
He
Higher
was
up the
decent.
pitch.
no,
Yeah.
he still misplaced at
Pressing
least
more.
2 passes that I can remember from my memory.
It's funny, isn't it, how everyone sees the game differently?
He
Yeah, but
still
he was making a
misplaced-
lot of tackles in their side, and in our attacking third, right? So he was making a lot of winning the ball in our attacking third quite a bit, right?
Do you know what? It might be because he has Winks next to him as well. Shall I tell you why? Because we don't have a creative midfielder. So if he's making those,
Skip.
if he's making those tackles, yeah, and he has Lo Celso next to him, and he's passing the ball to Lo Celso, and Lo Celso's making a good chance or something, then I'm gonna see that. But if he's making tackles and then he's passing to Winks and Winks is passing backwards, and
You don't notice it, yeah.
I don't notice it as much. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, like your comment though was like because Skip's not next to him. Well, I mean, Skip wasn't next to him all season. Last season, he was like the midfield, like he was the only person in our midfield that was doing anything, right? So for 58 something matches, right, he was an iron chariot back there all last season.
Yeah, he's had like
So-
three. He's had three, like
I
maybe
think he's
iffy
overrated,
games.
Will. That's just my. That's honestly my.
I don't
point.
think he's
I think
overrated. I
he's-
just think the rest of our midfield is garbage. So
I
he
think-
just
I
looks
think
better
he-
than he is.
I'm not saying he's garbage, but I think that he is not as good as. I would rather him as a squad player than a first team player. He does not have the capacity on the ball that I want from my 6. That's how I feel about it. Like
like he's not a deep lying playmaker by any means, right?
No, forget the playmaker stuff. He cannot pass a ball crisply. Like, as in, Winks is a better passer than him.
Maybe, but he does have one of the highest pass percentage rates of any player in our midfield, right?
Yeah, because he's passing back to the centre backs, and he passes back far too often, in my opinion. And I feel like we give Winks all this rubbish. Oh, you pass back. Watch Højbjerg for a night.
I actually think Winks in the second half, he was putting in a lot of progressive passes, actually, more than I'm used to with Winks.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm just going to be honest about that.
We're always like, oh, Winks passes back. Watch Højbjerg for 90 minutes.
I actually think Winks was actually playing some through balls today. You don't really see that. I think if you look at the stats, I think he played like 3 through balls in a whole season. I think he actually put in about 3 today. No, honestly, he did.
Yeah,
I think we're second half. I think Winks was all right. I'm trying to see things objectively, but
everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is that Højbjerg is not quite top 4 standard, in my opinion.
On the ball,
On the ball,
yeah.
And even the reason, like, he is off the ball, but as a player, he's not top 4 standard because you need to be that off the ball and on the ball to be top 4 standard. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, he's great in what he is, but, like, I don't think that I think we can do better. That's how
You're making a lot of people mad right now.
I can't see the chat section, but
I honestly don't care. That's the truth.
Well, Will, closing statements.
Closing statements. That's 3 out of 18 that we must get. We have to win the next 15 points. We have to. It's
really
not
15.
Not a choice. Yeah, 15.
Got some tough matches in there, man. We got Brighton. We got Brentford.
With Conte, you're telling me that we shouldn't be beating Brighton, or we shouldn't be beating Leicester right now?
Will?
It doesn't matter about what the form we are. We should be getting this. We have to win those. We have to go undefeated.
You're right.
In fact, we have to get 24 out of the next 27 if we want a shot at this top 4 thing.
The last one is
the loss
Liverpool.
would be Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then who's the other one just before?
Then we have a pretty tough stretch. We have to pay City, Chelsea.
Right. Okay. We'll do City.
I can't remember. So there's like 3 red matches in a row. Like in January, end of January.
Like Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man United or something, yeah.
And then Ketchup FC.
Ketchup FC.
All right,
anyway, guys.
Cheers, Will.
Yeah.
Cheers for coming on, mate.
Goes.
Cheers, fella. Oh, there we go. Oh.
So
We got Wes the King.
Oh, yes.
Where's the King? No
Come
landscape, though. Hasn't quite worked out the landscape on the phone yet. Wes, take it away.
Nah.
He's a TikToker.
Well, I am happy. This whole win was because of Antonio Conte. That's just what it was. Because when that first half, that was horrible. That first half, that everybody knows it. You can tell by it really has something to do with energy, to be honest with you. But first, whatever he did in that halftime, he did it. Because when they came out in that second half, we started to pour it on them. We started to really play some good football. And it's really because in Antonio Conte's enthusiasm really gave the players a lot of energy. I think that was very much key that I think a lot of people realize. And way better than what Nuno would do. Nuno would have just folded his arms. He would have just looked at. He would have been doing this with his stupid beard. He would have been doing this. He would have been like, "Oh man, I'm done." Like that's what he would have did. He would have been like, "Oh man, I am getting balder, I guess." No, dude, like Tony Conte used to when he was moving. That man was saying, "Hey, go this way. Hey, go that way." It looks like he looked like Dennis Rodman. He's playing in rebound to Michael Jordan.
Wes, watch the references because we're 2 Englishmen. He's like Dennis.
Yeah, remember,
Rodman. I don't know who Dennis Rodman is.
You know who Dennis Rodman is. Come on.
I have no idea.
You know, NBA, Chicago Bulls.
Oh, sorry, of course. Yeah.
Come on, man. Where's Tell him, man?
Oh, man. You don't know Dennis Rodman. Okay.
Oh, man.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is that nose piercing, yeah?
No,
it's okay.
Is that nose piercing?
That's the American in, I guess.
What?
The guy with the nose piercing?
He had piercings everywhere, Dennis Rodman.
Thank you. Jesus.
Yeah. And he had a part in the last dance where he was just doing all these hand motions. And that's what Antonio Conte was doing the whole game. And it makes a difference. We have a coach like that who is really giving enthusiasm, really telling the players where to go, giving them on and on again instructions. it gives the players confidence and lets them know what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it. Nuno, he's just staring at folks the whole the first 5 games, he was just staring at folks. You just can't have a coach good like that. We need
No, exactly. Yeah. Wes, I cannot think of the last time we had a manager that passionate from the sidelines. Even at the end.
Poch.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's just
Poch was that passionate. I think Conte's probably more.
Yeah, but Conte was going like this to the crowd. He was like Stefan Freund, mate.
Bro,
he was like, come on.
Up that crowd. When he pumped up that crowd, that show right there, that's going to be a moment we all remember for a while.
Yeah.
That moment right there when you pumped up the crowd. I think a lot of us are going to remember that.
There are people that I know that went to the game, not even Ben and Sim, but like people that have messaged me said, when Conte pumped up the crowd, everyone went mental. You know what I mean? Everyone was like,
I got
that's
goosebumps.
what we need. Yeah.
I got goosebumps, man. Like, we haven't had,
I got goosebumps.
Like, we haven't had no coach really, like say, hey, come on, crowd. Like, what are y'all at? Because we're letting the Leeds fans be louder in our own damn stadium.
Yeah, it's true.
Conte got us going.
Even Antonio Conte, he noticed the energy. He was like, wait, this energy is off. Like, come on, like. Everybody's like,
I say Tottenham, you say Hotspur.
That was a good Italian accent as well.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant to see. And the way he was like hugging the players at the end, you can see it was so infectious, so contagious. Like, he even gave Kane a hug. And you could see, like, Kane was like, he was just like this sense of reinvigoration through him.
Yeah. You could tell Kane was like, okay, like, this is what, if we can play like this the second half, for full 90, which he even said in his post-match interview that they're not at the fitness to really do that just yet. But if he can get the team to play like that second half, which I think he is gradually getting the players to do, because you can tell the mentality is a little bit different even off the jump. Ever since he became the coach, they're playing a little bit different than what they were for Nuno and previous and Mourinho. You can just easily tell that it's a little bit different because they know, hey, if you don't play well, you off this team. He will get rid of you in some form or fashion.
So who stood out for you today, Wes?
For me, it's I always go for the players who give the most heart and is really like going hard, and that's always Lucas Moura for me. He always makes a positive run, even though
he's so happy.
He can't pass the ball or shoot to save his life in certain situations, like 9 out of 10 times. But the one thing about him, he has the defense always pull back, and that leaves the other players to get an open look for him. Yeah. And that makes something, at least something to happen. That's what I always love about Lucas Moura. No matter the flack he gets about, he's not an accurate shooter. He doesn't really pass the ball that well when he gets the final third. He always makes a positive movement. Every time they were giving him some hard passes where he had his back turned to the goal.
Exactly. He's always got his back to goal. And they get the centre backs are passing. He's got his back to goal.
That's so true. So true.
Like,
every time.
That's the only time he loses the ball, when he's got his back to goal and he's running onto a centre back's pass. And he's stretching to get them.
Yeah. And he's able to control that. He's like, that's a top 4 level type of dribbling ability. That's top 4 level. I'm sorry. He's probably one of our best dribblers.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody else really good at what Hoiberg's doing.
Yeah.
You barely see Harry Kane doing that. Harry Kane struggles. Like he slow turns to go back to.
But the difference is Harry Kane will score. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference.
Well, not this season. I'll tell you, Wes, you know your onions, mate. Wes, you know your onions.
Yeah, I have to say Lucas Moura or and of course I say. I get it, Dyer.
You're gonna give it to Dyer.
I give it to Dyer.
What, for best player?
I give it to
Dyer. Or unsung?
Dyer played well.
Yeah, Dyer was solid.
He did some good
passes. Moura's got to be up there.
Yeah. He pulled it forward sometimes too. So I say Dyer too. I have to give it to him.
All right, nice. That's fair, man.
Where in the States are you calling from, Wes?
Atlanta, isn't it?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Oh,
what a memory.
The
time's 4 hours behind, bro.
2:45 here.
You're cool then. You didn't have to wake up early.
We got Atlanta United about to come on too for a playoff game. So some more football for me.
Nice.
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
Wes, love it, mate. You know your onions. Always good to see you, mate. And is that a new Spurs kit you've got on today? Oh, he's gone.
That's just my second one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I got my original one on right now.
Brilliant.
Lovely to speak to fans from out there.
Yeah, it's great to speak to the internationals.
Thanks,
Good stuff,
Wes.
man.
Yeah, come on, you
Thanks, Wes.
Spurs. Come on,
Come on,
let's
you
get the next
Spurs.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
we're gonna.
Yeah, love a bit of Wes.
100%. Who we
Love a
got
bit of
next?
Wes. Oh, feeling
Who we
the
got
Conte
next?
vibes. We're gonna bring the next one on, are we? Alex.
Hey,
How you doing?
All
The
good?
smile is on your face today.
yeah, always.
always, always.
Looking very ICF.
You won't know what that. Forget him, Alex. Don't worry. Just say what you want to say. I see.
Yeah, I didn't watch the first half, so I'm pretty
Oh, lucky.
satisfied. Yeah.
Lucky for you. All right.
It
So
was a really
second half.
satisfied.
Talk to me about second half then.
Yeah, I think from what I hear, the first half was shitty. Maybe because they were. It was a packed Tottenham stadium. You know, like it's intimidating for the players. Maybe I don't know. And then Conte must have shown like the
For our players or for
Scarface
our
side.
players?
Yeah. Also, it could
Yeah.
be.
Well, I
it
don't
can
understand
be.
that. What it was poor first half because we had a packed stadium.
I mean, they can get nervous.
What?
Yeah, I get what. No, I
What do you
do get
mean?
what he's saying. Especially under a new manager. A new manager, you've got a full stadium beaming down on you.
No, man. They're professional footballers. You got home advantage. Alex, come on, man.
Yeah, anyway, I didn't watch it. Yeah, well,
You
second
didn't watch
half
it. Though. You
was
didn't watch it. Okay.
fine. It was
Just
really
fine.
good.
Come on, it was better than fine. Come on, what was that second half? Describe. You got three words to describe that second half.
Treble winning side.
Don't say that, otherwise I've got to get a tattoo of Levy on my
Alex,
ass.
where are you from? Portugal? Where are you
Sorry?
from, Alex?
Guimarães,
Yeah, he's from Portugal.
Yeah, that's what I said. Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where Marcus Edwards plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
Marcus
Oh,
Edwards
so-
plays. Yeah, in
yeah,
Portugal.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Nossa. Oh, no, that's like Brazilian Portuguese, isn't it? Was that performance Nossa for you?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
I'm so pissed off, man. I just missed on the 16 game accumulator, so I'm sorry if I look
Oh,
a
did
bit
you?
pissed off.
Alex, you look like you just come out of bed, mate.
What? You one game messed you up?
Yeah, can I share my screen or something? It's pretty...
Oh, go on then. Yeah, let's have a look. Can we, Vinny?
Do.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
He
can,
wants to
no,
share
no,
his
he
screen.
doesn't have to do
You're-
anything.
you're
let
testing the-
Alex do it. No,
Yeah,
he
no,
doesn't have to do anything.
yeah, no, no.
Alex will do it.
All right. This is the post-match fan show first here.
We had 11 attempts on target second half.
My fucking hometown club, they benched Marcus Edwards,
We
and
can't
when
see this.
they got battered 3-0, then he came on and they went 3-2 up, but then
So
I
how
bet
much?
on them
How much would you have won?
40k.
40k.
Well, yeah,
Oh dear. No, that's why you.
Alex.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was $5, but yeah. All right, ask me questions, but yeah, it was Conte is just amazing, man.
We've just created a
It's
little
just amazing.
wormhole here. Look, where it's like picture in picture, an infinite picture in picture here. All right, get yourself back, Alex. Anyway, look. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Conte
don't
is
endorse
amazing.
gambling anyway.
You probably showed his Scarface side in the halftime and with the Don Corleone, Paratici behind and stuff. It's just he must have like motivated the players so much.
Motivate the players.
It's really nice, yeah.
Did you like to see that? Did you like the passion? Could you see that? Could you feel it?
Yeah, indeed, a lot.
Yeah. All right, quickly, Alex. Best player and unsung hero.
It's really hard. I try to think when you ask the others, but maybe. I don't know, man. Lucas Moore,
Yeah.
best player.
Mm.
And actually, I think Winks
Yeah.
played pretty good passes, so it could
Yeah,
be
he
on,
did, yeah.
how you say, unsung hero.
Unsung hero. It just means sort of like the player that sort of has a good game but no one talks about. Yeah.
Alex, I respect that
I
opinion.
respect that.
Yeah.
I think second half he was good, you know, Winks. I do.
That's what
I
I was
do.
saying.
I do think that. Yeah. Happy to say it.
Overall,
Yeah, but first half, I don't know, so sorry, guys. I was at work,
He was at work for the
Overall,
first half.
so I didn't
Højbjerg
look.
or Winks was the better
Yeah.
player throughout the 90.
Who was the better player?
Yeah.
Probably Winks. There we go. There we go. All right, Alex.
Come on, Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Oh,
Right,
poor
before you
Alex.
go to the next
Right.
one, I want to read out what Conte said.
Come on then.
Conte said, in the first half, we conceded the possession. The second half, we changed the plan tactically and put more pressure on every area of the pitch. After the first half, our fans weren't satisfied with the football we played. I agreed with them.
Oh, you like to hear that, don't you? Yeah.
I love
Because he
that.
feels into the crowd. You know,
I agreed
Yeah.
with them. Do you know what I mean? I love
they
that.
had to say, and I carried the baton. Do you know what? I'm already feeling that connection that Conte has with the fans.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Same, straight away.
It's like a
Straight
kind
away.
of, you know, like a kind of a cycle of energy between the fans, the player, and Conte, isn't it?
It will be a long time before any of us
Yeah.
blame Conte over a player.
Do you know, if
I'll tell you
if
that
Conte
now.
can't do it with this team, the manager is not the problem
Mm.
with this team, is it? And I think we've all finally realised that.
Yeah.
You cannot ask for anything more from a manager. Look at him today. He was going absolutely bananas on the sideline.
Well, no, we don't know how he's training the players.
We don't know, but I mean,
But
from
we
what
have to give it a bit of time.
No, I know, but
I
from,
get what you're
from
saying.
what you're seeing, though, in-game management on the sidelines, geeing the players up, geeing the fans up.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a
his
proper
application
manager.
is absolutely 10 out of 10. Anyway, I'm getting too excited here. I don't know if you like.
Brandon.
I don't know if you liked our thumbnail, by the way. Me and
Oh, I wanna
Josh's
see the
thumbnail.
Can I see it?
Josh hasn't seen it yet, but we went a little bit mental.
Can I see it?
You have to go on.
Vinny.
You can't flash it up. You can't
Oh,
flash
for
it up.
God's sakes, Vinny.
Brandon Truller, let's get this boy on. Come on, let's have it. Brandon.
Jesus Christ, you look like Hugh Hefner in there. He does, doesn't he?
All right. So
Take it away.
I have a little soliloquy for us today.
Yeah,
on.
but what a photo.
So, hey. So I realized that last we saw one another, I may have been talking Looney Tunes. I may have been a little overzealous about Antonio Conte, but fear thee not, for I've taken the international break to settle into the new Tottenham, to try and, think more rationally about the new reality brought onto us by the regime of Sir Antonio Conte. I actually went out and bought myself my first pair of reading spectacles.
That's-
Because I wanted to see Conte's vision with greater clarity. I also took time to read Conte's most critically acclaimed novel, The Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. And as you can see, it was written by Antonio Conte. So if I may, I'd like to read a short passage.
Go for it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
little post-it note in there.
Before I do that, I need to wear proper attire in the Church of Conte.
Oh my
Brandon,
goodness. me.
what?
All
Shut
pasta.
up. Let him talk. Go on, Brandon.
Pasta, who art in a colander, draining your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce dumb. Top some grated Parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread, and forgive us our trespasses on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine, the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce, forever and ever, ramen. And I say, ramen.
Clip that up.
Pizza
Jake,
with
Vinny,
you.
clip that up.
Pizza be with you, and pasta too. But most importantly, Tottenham are winning the league.
Oh my goodness.
We've come to this point where reality seems to be hard to grasp because we have a man of his caliber, and I feel like a warm, young, supple babe in the grasp, the embrace of the most beautiful of mothers you could ever ask. And let me tell you, my mother, Mr. Conte, he's a beautiful, 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 beautiful mother. And he is all of our fathers. He is everything. He is the Lord of our team, of our club, of our lives now. And anything he says, you say okay.
Yeah, you just say
There's
okay.
there's no questioning him. I mean, I truly believe that it's gonna take some time, but he's gonna get the best out of every single one of our players. Look at Harry Winks. What happened? Where has he been the past 2 years? I mean, the man.
Take the spaghetti off, Brandon. Take the spaghetti off.
He can't. He's going to make a mess. Do you know what?
Take you seriously.
I love the kind of the 80s style, like coming down, like the pasta coming down. He's even quite stylish.
It is, isn't it?
I'm a stylish man.
He is.
So, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't we
you
go
from Boston,
and
Brandon?
employ? Why don't we? I have an idea. Why don't we go and employ every single player from San Marino? Make a squad. We'll call it the squad of San Marino. And every single day, right before we're about to play, let's say we're playing on a Saturday, Friday night, we'll have Kane go out there and play against San Marino. Give him a little warm up because I don't know where he's gone. I don't understand what he's doing out there, but I know he's gonna do it. He's gonna do okay. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. And you know what? I think if we go ahead and who's the other team that England played?
Albania.
Albania.
All right, let's get a bunch of Albanians and San Marino. I don't know how people, and bring them in to sort of. I don't know. What do you guys think's happening? Do you think there's any actual way back for Kane? In all seriousness?
We'll book that. We'll book that in the colander for you.
No. I think Kane. I'm surprised Kane didn't score today. I think Kane will be back. He will be.
Are you actually trying to have a serious conversation whilst he's wearing a colander on his head?
He just broke it down and started to get serious, didn't he? I'm offering Brandon Troller the respect he deserves, and he said about Kane, so I answered.
I respect that. I respect you. You're a good man.
You're a good man.
Thank you.
Troller.
And
any final closing statements from you, sir?
Apart from the spaghetti on your glasses.
I think that, again, please, everyone, I'm trying to support Mr. Conte. Go out and buy his book, The Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Please screenshot some of this shit. Honestly, please.
We've got to clip this up, actually. This is your finest moment, I think, Brandon. Definitely your finest moment.
Spaghetti.
I think we need to listen to Conte. His post-match interview gave me goosebumps. He's a character. He is a character. I like that.
He's a character, yeah.
He's a character, he says, with a bucket of spaghetti on his head.
Oh, Brandon, brilliant as ever. Please buy his book.
May sauce be with you.
Yeah. All right.
Do not quote Star Wars in vain in front of me.
Pasta la vista, baby. Pasta la vista.
Ramen.
Oh dear.
Star Wars is
what a character.
To me.
All right, mate. Don't
Sorry.
It's all right. It's just there's the look at that thumb. Look at this. Look at that thumb.
Oh,
look at the passion here. Come on.
Can you say
look at that?
Can you say that to me? I've got.
People are going to say it was just Leeds, but who cares? It was that's the passion right there.
To have an Eric again.
Oh, you're not having another Eric, are you?
Another one.
He's having another Eric. Would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen?
Do you want one?
Bladder of a goldfish over here. No, go on. You go. You go. We'll focus on me just to sort of spare you the blushes of an empty seat. I'll take over from here. Rambro. Hey. Talk to me, Rambro. No.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, yeah.
Hey, what's happening? This is my first time, so
go on, Rambo,
easy on me.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Go on. What do you have to say, sir?
We get 65% rating on that match because of the wanky first half we had. It was really
Winky and wanky, wasn't it?
Well, we'll leave Winky out of it.
Yeah. All right. So it was a poor first half, but then what turned it around then?
Well, I actually put something in the chat, and I think you actually read it out at half time, where I said, I hope there's some real hairdryer stuff going on in that dressing room half time. And it seems like there was, because we're a totally different team when we came out in the second half. Totally different. So I'm not gonna keep everyone here, but I'll answer your two questions about
best player and unsung hero.
Best player and unsung. Unsung, I'm going to give, because of two really good saves, I'm going to give to Hugo Lloris.
Wow, yeah. No one talks about him, yeah.
We would have been down more than 1-0 at half
time. True, yeah. That's a good shout. Right. Very good shout, yeah.
Best player. I like what I'm seeing now, or what I saw today from Harry Kane. I like a player that really gets stuck in, holds up. You know, the guy was strong today.
Yeah. What a change up! What a turnaround from Kane. So much more desire, wasn't there today?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, hopefully we keep this guy.
Oh, you want to keep him, do you? You hope that he's gonna.
I hope he's gonna stay. But if he goes, all the best to him. But I'd rather he stayed.
It was really nice to see Conte give him a hug at the end, and you could see Kane just had this look of like, wow, this passion that's coming from this manager. Like you could almost feel like he was reinvigorated from that. You know, that kind of feeling that Conte brought to the team. You know.
Right. I mean, and I know I've read a lot of the chats and heard people talk down and bad about Nuno, and if it was Nuno, we would have whatever. You never know. We might and we might not have. But Conte's a different kettle of fish, isn't he? He's just a different guy, man.
Yeah. So different gravy, as we say.
Yeah. So basically that's it. I'm just keep it short for the first time.
Yeah, good man.
Old time fan. Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, go on. What's this?
So it's the old.
Oh yeah. 2000 and when was that? What was that kit from? 2007.
The name's still there.
Yeah. Good man. No, well done. Your first time caller. Are you new to the channel, or you've been a follower of the channel for a while?
I've been following the channel for not a while.
Yeah.
Pre-season into this season.
Yeah.
This year. And then I said, I might as well join.
There we go.
seems like I like the setup. It's the best. It's the best setup I see. You bring a lot of people in, have your say kind of thing. So yeah, it's cool.
Good man. Well, welcome to the family, Rambro. That's all we can say here. Hopefully it's not your last phone in. You can do another one, and you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll only come on when we win. No,
exactly. No, seriously, if you want to do that, that's fine with us. It's fine with us as well, All right, Rambro. Thanks for that, buddy, and see you on the next win.
All right, yeah.
There we go. All right, mate. Take care. Oh, good. First-time callers coming on. We love to see that. But here's a regular, I do believe. Ben Davies FC.
Hey! I thought it was going to be David next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben Davies FC. So you're liking a bit of Ben Davies?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, my name's Aaron here, but yeah, I think that it's kind of a meme at this point. Even Ben Davies FC. I still have my Ben Davies shirts in my closet. I should have brought that out.
You've actually got a Ben Davies shirt?
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back.
No, you haven't. Like you haven't, mate. You haven't. He's doing it. He's actually doing it, the boy.
Oh, it's inside out. 1 second.
It's inside out. Yes. That's very Ben Davies. Here it comes.
Right.
He's actually got a Ben Davies shirt. He's
got
a Ben Davies shirt.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I can't seem to hold it properly.
Yeah, we got it. We can see it. Deary me. You must be the only fan, I think, to have a Ben Davies shirt.
Nah, I've seen a few others, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Ariane, are you going to do a Rubik's Cube for us? No, I'm joking. He's actually got a Rubik's Cube. You've done it already. You've completed it already.
There's a bunch of them around my room.
Are there? Okay. Yeah. Can you scramble that Rubik's Cube up?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds to scramble it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you 60 seconds to give your verdict of the game and complete the Rubik's Cube. Okay. So can you just show us show to camera the Rubik's Cube? Hold it up to the camera. So there's a scrambled Rubik's Cube, and it's Ariane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ariane is going to complete this Rubik's Cube whilst giving his verdict of the Spurs' performance and finish in 60 seconds. So off you go.
Could you ask me some questions, because I can't really
Okay, I'll tell you what. Wait. Okay, wait. I'm gonna time you in. Okay, I'm gonna stop clock this in.
Scramble a bit more then.
Okay, scramble it a bit more. I'm gonna give you a stopwatch. So are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, what was the difference between the first half and the second half?
We were definitely a lot more intense. I think we saw more of the pressing. It was basically just it was a more Conte-esque performance. I feel like I saw earlier, like THFC Rants, he said like it looked like or Conte had said that. Yeah, God, I messed up. Conte had said that he told the players not to press the first half, just because he didn't know the intensity. And that seems believable, because like in the second half we looked like a completely different team. We came out there and
30 seconds.
That's
30 that was 29 seconds.
Yeah, that's normal. That's all. 60 is way too much.
Oh my goodness me! Round of applause, everyone. Come on, Vinny.
Thank you.
Applause in the background. There we go. Yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. Impressive.
Thank you. We looked a lot more of an intense team, and I really liked it, because second half, because I remember watching at the bar. I remember going on. I was on Twitter at the first halftime. I was so angry. I was like, we waited 2 weeks. We heard all this hype from the training ground that we were gonna be incredible. We come out there, we look so deflated. It was terrible. At Leeds were running rings around us the first half.
They were.
And it was terrible. Second half we came in, and I'm telling you, part of the reason Ryan Mason is in this halftime and is in this coaching stuff, dude, it's that halftime juice. Have y'all remembered like what in Ryan Mason's interim like manager era, halftime talks, we would always come at halftime looking like a different team.
True.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
true.
Every single time. I remember the Southampton game, his first game. We looked horrible first half. Second half we go and we look like an entirely different team. And I remember some other games like the Manchester City final, we came in second half for like the first 5 minutes, we played well, and then we got dominated again in the Carabao Cup final. But in general, halftime we just came out, we looked so much better, and we were more intense. We outran Leeds. I saw a stat like 112 kilometers to 108. That's how much we outran them. We saw Reguilon was gasping for air in his interview. So we definitely came out, and the intent was to run far more than Leeds in that second half, and you could see it.
Do you think that was actually a game plan? Someone was telling me, I don't know if Josh was saying this, but Conte could see that we're not fit enough, so he kind of like he put us in third gear for the first half and then went flat out for the second half. You know, do you think there was a sort of an understanding of the whole squad and their fitness levels, and he thought, well, I'm gonna have to play with what I've got here, so we're just gonna like keep it easy for the first half and then just put the pedal to the metal. What's the expression? You know, for the second half.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think it was? Yeah.
It makes sense, because if you think about it, yes, he had these 2 weeks to prep and everything, but half the starting 11 was an international break. He can't control much for them. He can give them a little plan. He can give them a little homework, but he can't really control them the way he can with the players on the pitch or players with him on the in the training field. So that's probably why he didn't know who could do it for 90 and who couldn't. So he knew probably pretty well that they could give some pretty intense football for 45 minutes. So it was like, you know what, let's tire out Leeds, absorb the pressure in the first half. Second half we go in, we outrun them, we do everything, we kill them. Second half, hopefully it's enough. He's probably because of that plan. That's why he was so upset. If anyone's like, you saw when we conceded, he was just like, oh
yeah.
It was like right on the edge of halftime. We had survived without pressing for 44 minutes, and we ended up conceding there. But luckily it worked out. So I do think it was a game plan, though, because it just doesn't make sense. Someone going from this deflated, they look like they don't even want to be there, to then boom, out of nowhere.
Just put the mic a little bit closer. I think you knocked it. You knocked it. That's better. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There was just so much more aggression second half. You could feel the passion, couldn't you? You could feel the energy, everything.
Oh yeah, I was in the Spurs bar that I normally watch these games, depending if they're like a later kickoff. And I remember first half, the atmosphere was terrible. Second half, we go in 30 seconds in, shot on target. I remember the whole.
Yay! We chinked glasses at that point.
Yeah, we were like, oh my god, shot on target! And we kept going like, what was it, like 7 more minutes we scored? It was crazy, man. Yeah. It was good. You could just feel it. There was like a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, they've just. Do you know what? I was saying to Josh, it was like going back to the old White Hart Lane performances, you know, when, you know, we were not always the best team at home, but there was like something where we'd absolutely fight for every single ball, you know, and you could feel like that kind of, it was, you know, everyone was giving their all. I could feel that in that second half.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
It was,
Arian, best player and unsung hero, please.
Best player, my man of the match went to Reguilon. I think he worked very hard second half. Because I kind of want to just forget about the first half. It was so dreadful. I don't even want to base anyone's performance off of it. Second half is what I'm going to go off. I think Reguilon, plus I'm biased because of his goal and his celebrations after the goal. I mean, did you
how good
see
is that
the
celebration?
Way? Oh my god, it was incredible. He's like shaking on the way, insane knee slide into the fans. Oh my god, it was a perfect knee slide too. Nailed it.
It was.
It was Son-esque. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
It was perfect.
It's like when they do the little lean back as well when they slide as well, wasn't it?
And then when he piled it, it was so great. And then you can see Conte shifted to oh my god, I die for that, man. It's amazing.
It was like a knock-on effect, wasn't it? That celebration, the goal, then the celebration, then the energy, then Conte whipping up the crowd, and then the players. You know, it's all like cascaded.
It just
from there, didn't it?
It's just literally the best thing I've seen like all week. I loved it. And well, can we talk about the free kick as well? It was a good. Yes, it deflected off the post, but it was a good free kick. It was.
Well, it hit the wall, didn't it?
It hit the wall, right? But it was still a decent free kick. Even if you looked at it, it looked like it was still gonna challenge Melier.
But if it hits the wall, it's not a good free kick, is it?
It's still a good free kick. I'm gonna say it. Was it Dyer's assist? Does it count as Dyer's assist? I don't know.
I don't know, but we can say so. I actually think Dyer actually had a good game today. I do.
Yeah, he did have a good game.
For me, he was the unsung hero. Who was your unsung hero?
I don't know. Actually, probably Dyer. He was actually. Ben Davies got a shot on target today, didn't he?
Do you know what? Davies was up there. We're like, who's that? Is that Davies?
Yeah, right. So, dude, even I looked at it. I was like, what? What is he doing up there? He couldn't get there in left back. Now he's in center back and he's all the way up there.
I can't believe it. You know, all these years he's been there. In the last few matches, I've never seen him so far forward. He's actually been in goal-scoring opportunities, hasn't he?
And he got a shot on target. He could have gone in. It could have gone in.
Davies has had our most shots on target in the last 3 games, I think. Okay. So best player, Reguilon, unsung hero, Dyer. Should we say for you?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Good man. Well, good to see you back, Arian. It's nice to see you
back. Awesome. Thank you, guys. And before I go,
come on, you Spurs! There we go. Let's have it. Come on, you Spurs.
There it is. Have a great one.
Have a good one. Oh, yes. I'm loving this passion. You could see me and Josh going absolutely mental today. You could see it in the thumbnail. And let's finish off. I don't know how many more we've got left, but this is a good time to bring in the Godfather himself. The pump up, we're going to all put it down to the pump up at the beginning, David. It's all because of you, my friend. You started the domino effect. And the second half, they definitely felt it, didn't they, today?
No, look, they definitely did. The first half, look, it was absolutely atrocious, to be honest with you. It was poor. Look, some players were better than others, but first half was absolutely shocking. Second half, look, it was better. It was better. I wouldn't say it was brilliant, but it was better, you know. But at the end of the day, in the position we're in, 3 points is all that matters until we can start finding the confidence.
Do you know, I thought the second half was really good, actually. I don't know, there was just something about it that was just, they all really wanted it and they really played for the badge, you know, and just you could feel the fire. And I don't know where that fire came from, but, you know, it just got me excited again. Did you not get excited, David?
I'll be honest with you, I think the first half trained me that much emotionally. I think the second half, you know what I mean? No, look, the first half was absolutely shocking. There's no hiding away from it. Second half, look, we did create chances and stuff like that, but there's still things we need to sort out. Like some of the final ball and that, it's still not good enough, some of the final decision making. But look, that will come with winning breeds confidence, and that will come as long as we keep putting the points on the board.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so what do you want to say about that game then? Obviously, the first half was pretty tragic. We were very slow to the first ball and the second ball. We were just getting totally overrun. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we'd be the ones on top for the first half, you know, nick a goal or two and then, you know, maybe sit back. That wasn't the complexion of the game. But then, you know, there was a turning point, wasn't there? Do you think that was the Conte effect or what was it? There was a lot of bookings as well. It went very FA Cup style, off the cuff, didn't it? But what do you think, what was the catalyst? What was the turning point, do you think, in that game?
It's that big baldy guy that was standing there at the substitutions board. I mean, he scares me even after full time. When the cameras was panning on him, he was just standing there dead-faced. No, look, I'd say Conte got in and absolutely rattled him. The cameras panning Conte, he was fuming for half-time. You could see it in his face. I'd say he went in there and told a few of them a few home truths, to be honest with you. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not surprised we got overrun. I know people might not want to hear it, but look, for me, when a certain individual plays in midfield, it happens time and time again. You fail to get a grip of the game when a certain player plays in midfield.
Yeah. I mean, which one, though? Because Josh has actually been saying that, you know, Højbjerg was worse than Winks today. What do you think about that?
I disagree, to be honest with you. Look, I actually think Winks was anonymous. Look, he was marking a lot of space at times. He didn't want to go and pick up anybody. I mean, there was 2 times there today. There was once on the edge of the box, once with Calvin Phillips, where he could see the man's dropping short for a pass. I mean, if that was Skip would have went with him and tried to turn over the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Harry Winks just lets it happen. You know, even on the ball, I'll be honest with you, for me, I think he's a stat padder. I think he passes it sideways, backwards an awful lot. But even when he does go forward, he passes. I mean, there was a couple of times today, he passed it into Lucas Moura in positions where he knows Lucas Moura is not going to be able to get a hold of it properly.
Yeah.
And he does that because he wants the complete pass on his stats at the end of the game.
Yes.
I can see right through him. For me, I think he's a complete stat padder. I think he was the worst player out on the pitch. I mean, we're talking about a player that was given a chance today, that's continuously been asking for chances. Apparently, he needs a run of games, this, that, and the other. Did he take it?
I think that's a little bit harsh. I actually thought he had a good second half. I do. I have to say, and I think his range of passing was much improved from what we're used to. He was actually he put in more through balls in that second half than I think he did in the whole season. So I actually have to say that he was trying to progress the ball with his passing. I'll be honest. You know me, I was the original, one that said Winks wasn't good enough. But I have to put my hands up and say I actually thought second half Winks was all right. I do believe that.
I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people are getting clouded over that last minute run he made up to Regulon at 86 minutes and then tried to get up supporting Harry Kane near the end. I genuinely do. If people go back and watch the game and watch Harry Winks, he was completely anonymous most of the game. I'll be honest with you, in my opinion. Look, I know some people are saying Højbjerg was poor, but the guy was doing the running for the 2 of them. He was doing a lot of the defensive work, and then he was doing a lot of the play going forward as well. He was doing the work for 2 of them in there for me, and that's why I think you've seen us get overrun an awful lot in the first half. Second half was an improvement, but I mean, we just kept the ball better, didn't we, in the second half? From 1 to 11, we just all kept the ball better in the second half. But look, people can pick holes at Højbjerg and Skip, and yes, their passing ability, it does lack. But at the end of the day, there are 2 best midfielders at the club right now in terms of consistency and performances, week in, week out. You put Winks out there and end on Belly or Celso, you just don't know what you're going to get. And for me, I'll be honest with you, a guy that was putting in there to take a chance today, maybe try and get a sniff and get into a manager's plans. I don't think he done it. I don't think he done his chances any good, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I thought first half it was a very anonymous display, but I do think as though his range of passing second half was, I thought it was quite good. Well, maybe for Winks, maybe you could say, but anyway, I just thought the second half anyway. It was we could feel the passion here, we could feel the energy. Conte, how do you like that though? Conte whipping up the crowd. When was
crowd.
You must have loved that. Come on, David. You must have loved that.
He was conducting the orchestra.
Yeah,
that's what he was doing. You know what I mean? I have to say, I was absolutely loving it. I mean, it gave me some morning wood, John. You know what I mean? Pitching a family-sized tent. I was absolutely loving it. No, I was absolutely loving it. I do think I have a man crush on him. I'm not going to lie. You know, if I was in that crowd, I would have been standing up there singing a cappella. You know what I mean? I would have really went for it, and then I would have turned around and started conducting myself. Yeah. When I've seen that, the first thing I'm thinking is we need someone in there with a drum or a band or some little sort of orchestra in there every game, every home game. Yeah. So when Conte turns around and conducts it, it gets the fans going even more.
Yeah. But you could hear that. He was like turning his back, doing that to the crowd. Suddenly the whole stadium starts singing. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? That's brilliant. When was the last time? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen really a manager do that to that level of, with that passion, with that, that kind of Italian, va-va-voom, whatever it is,
Look, I don't know what it is about the guy, but he's just inspiring, isn't he?
He is.
It's infectious. It's contagious.
It's contagious.
Even at the end, he nearly pulled the hand off Emerson. You know what I mean? He nearly choked Harry Kane out. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. I absolutely love to see it. Even there, 2 minutes past injury time, past the added on time that was allowed, he's there in the assistants here on the sideline. Blow it up. Yeah. Absolutely love it. But look, this is what this club needs. It's what it needs. It needs someone that fans, players, board can all get behind and pull in his direction. Yeah. Someone that's just a leader of men, and that's what we have right now. An absolute leader of men. He's going to bring this club back to the good times as long as the board put the money in and get the players that he wants to be able to do it. We're in for something special here. Maybe not this season, but next season, I definitely believe so. If we can get the right investment in and get the players Conte wants in.
Boom. There we go. David Harris, I think, is that the anchor leg, Vinny? Was that the last one? So, David, you were on the anchor leg. As always, the Don Corleone gets to have the final word, the first word and the final word. Please check out David Harris's channel. Quick plug, David.
Yeah, I think you forgot the name, John, so I'll save you. It's the Irish Hotspur. It's the Irish Hotspur.
It's
Look,
written on your thing.
it is the year anniversary. Today was the first day I put up a video 1 year ago on my own channel. So we are on the push to 5K. It looks like I am going to fall a small bit short, but anyone that wants to get over there, make sure you do get over there and smash that subscribe button. But look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how they come. 3 points is 3 points. We roll on. We've got some more easy games coming. We should absolutely bend them all over, spank them. I mean, we've got the Ginger Homer Simpson and Sean Dyche. You know, we should be beating them. We've got platform and 3/4 Harry Potter in Brighton. I'll be honest with you, I want to beat them so badly. And there's other teams in there. You've got Norwich. We should be spanking them, the Canaries. Hopefully they'll be singing like Canaries by the time we're finished with them. But look, you know, there's no reason why come December, with the run of games we have, we take maximum points while we can't be sitting inside top 4, scratching our heads and being like, what's going on? Because it's going to be an insane turnaround. I can feel it.
There we go. The final word is said by David Harris, the Don Corleone, the man himself, the Godfather. And I think we'll finish off on that one. All right, David. Cheers, my brother. And we'll see you soon on the next Pump Up.
I'll see you soon. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on. In Conte we trust. So there we have it, guys. We just won 2-1. Josh is still... I don't know where Josh is. I think he's locked in the toilet. I don't know where he is. Thanks to Vinny on the back end doing all the hard work whilst we do the easy bit of watching the football. Thanks to you guys for the comments, the super chats, everything else. I don't know if I missed any super chats. Did I, Vinny? No, I didn't miss any. Okay, if I did, just let us know and I'll read them out on the next one. We did it. I finally broke my duck here. I actually managed to witness a Spurs win. I'm excited. Ben and Sim, I'm looking forward to your, your post-match videos as well. Looking forward to seeing those. Thanks to Josh. I'm going to have to go and rescue him out of the toilet in a second. And I'll see you lot in the next show. Cheers, everyone.